Boom. What's up, ladies? Let's get a one if you understand what I'm saying, and hit two if I sound like a robotic ass mammy. Let's see. All right, Colette. She said, let's go. One, one. Okay, 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 okay. What's happening, V in training? Lady Conjures is here. Choco Cat is here. Colette Dejure hitting me with the one soon as she heard me. V in training also here. Geisha Peach is here. Autumn is here. Merlot in this building. Hey, Chocolate Goddess, how are you? Sexy Butterfly. Daniel, what's going on, baby? What's going on? Dimples Jenkins is in the building. She 2000. Bella Golf. Ladies, let me tell you something. Have y'all ever heard someone say, we overuse the word mammy? We overuse it. Everybody's a mammy. You use mammy too much. Well, it's not that, right? I'm going to tell you what it actually is. We have a lot of mammies, therefore we say mammy a lot. The majority of black women are indeed mammies. So when you find the word being quote unquote overused, it's because there's so many of them bitches around. Dangerous bitches, might I add, right? Let's go over some shit. Because a lot of times, oh, how can I put this? There's a mammy spectrum, I guess, a mammy scale, right? Some mammies are worse than others, but it doesn't change the fact that they're a goddamn mammy. period. Some insects are bigger than others. Grasshoppers are bigger than flies. They're both insects. You feel me? Let's go over some mammies, shall we? Now, the I'm for black women and girls mammies are a little tricky. You got some of them, right? They're actually here for black women and girls. No goddamn doubt. They want to see black girls do things and be happy and self esteem be up, right? And feel like somebody in this world. But people also know that that's some sort of good person that would engage in trying to uplift black women and girls. So sometimes a mammy will put that t-shirt on and say I'm for black women and girls, but what'll end up happening is the people that you see them attack most are other women. Also, they're trying to change or train black women and girls on how to please black men. See, this is where I have a problem. This is where the fucking problem comes in. Oh, I'm not pro-black, but I'm for black women and girls. You lying ass bitch. Because every time I see you, you trying to explain to some nigga your femininity. Trying to explain to some nigga that, black girls are human too. Who gives a shit what they think? If you still care what they think and you're grooming black women and girls to please black males, you are a mammy. Mariah, I love you too. Sorry, not sorry. The I'm for black women and girls mammies are some bitches as well. And you ought to be ashamed of yourself using black women and girls to get a dusty snack from niggas. Shame on you, bitch. Right? What? Excuse me. Let me look at this chat. Let's look at this chat real quick. Because y'all already know what I'm fixing to say here. Yep, still dick dizzy. Uh-huh. Yep. I see you. Uh-huh. The not all mammy is dangerous as hell. I'm going to let Aaliyah tell you about the not all mammy. Aaliyah, it's on you.
Well, if the not all mammy, of course, I mean, it's already goes without saying that she's trying to convince you that not all of these men are bad. So, of course, the man, we have to keep in mind that the mammy will always protect problematic black men, either directly or indirectly, and that's what not all is. It's protecting them indirectly, but the catch to that is they always seek to blame others for their wrongdoings. So it's not all mammy. So I don't want you to think all of them are bad.
Y'all,
That's what it is.
I'm trying to tell you, ladies, black women, if someone knows what's going on in the black family, and they keep trying to bring you in into saying, hey, it's not all of them, it's just some of them, it's just that, look, you'll see them telling you, well, white people are meeting, they're Ramona, they caught us in slavery, they did this, they did that, but they'll say all white people are raceless. With black people, they don't tend to kind of, listen to how much has come and gone with the family. Um, Hold up a second, y'all. It's on you, Ebony.
Hello. I
Hi.
I thought the whole mammy thing was pretty much self-explanatory, but I was wrong. Um, and I see another part of the not all mammy. The not all mammy saying, well, not all of us are mammies, and not all black men are bad. Well, not all cops are bad either.
Oops. Oops.
Okay, not all white people are I mean, it's I think Mammy's sole existence is to please and soothe the black man's ego when he is pulled over. He didn't do it. That cop was picking on him. when he's touching kids. Oh, that didn't really happen. Okay. Stealing that, they don't know if that was him on that CCTV. You see what I mean? And they're never going to die out. I was just hope against hope. They're never going to die out. They're minting new mammies every day, stamping them on the head. Go out there, girl, do it.
Listen,
And DZ, I tell you, ladies, and the thing is, the scary thing about the not all mammy, she will look divested.
mm-hmm.
In certain ways, she will seem divested, but keep an eye on her. Watch what she says, because she may say, "Oh, I'm for Black women and girls, and I want us to." And then on the other hand, well, the cops are all after all our men. Oh, fuck! Come on, they're either really. Excuse me. A mammy does not watch out for herself. She's there to please and appease the Black man's ego.
Y'all, here we go. The fair and balanced mammy. Really, bitch? Over in the Black community where the niggas are, they never separate you. I've seen you guys, not you in my chat, but people that may be watching, go over to where those niggas are. They don't accept not all over there. They don't accept everybody needs to be fair over there. And as a matter of fact, there's a lot more faithful Black women than there are Black men. And they still do not cut you this goddamn slack. So what I'm saying is, excuse me, what? What? You want to sound as if we're extreme and then go over here and suck these niggas' dicks because you saying, well, not all. I'm sorry. Ain't nobody fixing to be fair and balanced about there. There's too many bodies dropping in your so-called community for somebody to sit up here and act like this. So the bottom line is fuck you with that bullshit and that fair and balanced mammy and nonsense that you do. It's on you, Miss L.
Hello, everybody.
What's going on, ma'am?
Well, all I have to say is that I feel like if you use discernment and when interacting and engaging, you will be able to see and be able to tell a mammy, and that should be your cue to make sure you stay away from that bitch.
Listen, after everything that's happened to Black women since day one, anybody still feeling like they have to be fair to these predator motherfuckers that can't stand you, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. They don't deserve your kindness. They haven't provided for you, protected for you. As a matter of fact, they made your image fucked up out here, letting people know how hard you are to be with and all this shit. And then you
And
come popping other Black women on the hand talking about how, what? Somebody was trying to say something, my bad, because I'm fixing to start babbling.
oh no, I was just about to say, see, to me, the fair and balanced mammy and the not all mammy, we kind of these are not to be confused with pick me's because they all are starting to sound the same to me. These types of mammies they pretty much live for Black male validation and praise. These types of mammies, they believe that you should always defer to the Black man and his desires and show him respect that he has neither earned or deserves. So that's where the whole fair and balance comes in at, because they want you to show them fairness, but they haven't earned it, and they damn sure don't deserve it. They haven't given it to you. So how are you going to preach reciprocity as far as giving people back the same energy that they give you, and then at the same time have a problem with women who actually match their energy? So it's still mammy behavior.
It is.
I have an
Absolutely.
idea. Would you like for me to introduce you to the Mammy Zoo?
No,
Okay.
I
The,
fucking hate mammies, man. They are so fucking pathetic. God damn.
talk about no self-respect.
And
That
dangerous, DZ. They're dangerous than a motherfucker. Let's not forget that.
they are. They'll feed your ass to sharks. Shane, you got anything to add on here? Because I know you do.
Yeah, all I can say is that it is very easy to recognize a mammy. All you have to do is just listen to what she said. Just bring up something about uh, Black women's experience, what they're going through. And the first thing they're going to say is, well, our Black men and Black boys go through the same thing, mammy. You don't even need to hear much more than that. Anytime you're talking about Black women and they bring up Black men and Black boys, mammy, you don't even need to go further than that. No more
Oh
details needed.
yeah. Y'all wait till y'all see the rest of these goddamn mammies. I couldn't agree with you more. I couldn't agree with you more. This bitch. I can't stand a Pan African mammy, bitch. What do you mean go to Jamaica and find a man? What do you mean go to Europe and find a Black man? What do you mean go to South America and find a Black man? Bitch, they're all the same. You look at this entire globe and they're all the same. I don't care if they're eating rice, mangoes, fried chicken, nothing. They're the same dusty fucks that they are everywhere. And they have the same respect for you in these areas. The only time they choose you is when they don't have a choice. That's because they don't like you. Point blank, period. All 7 continents are full of dusties. Talking about you don't date American Black men, girl, you're going to find out the hard way. You're going to find out the hard way, and you don't even have to leave the country. When they come here, goddammit, they finna treat your ass like shit. Do you understand? I see y'all in your little Black power groups because, you like the Pan-African situation, talking about, oh, they come here and they think they better than us. Oh, we can't get along, blah, 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 blah. And as soon as a woman say, well, you know what, I'm getting ready to leave the community altogether. No, now you can find a man from some other continent. Go to Europe. The ones over there in Belize are good, sounding like a jackass. Are you kidding me? You got to be playing. Huh? You're playing. Welcome to the panel, Kyra.
Hey DZ.
She
Hey
was gonna
ladies.
call me Kyra. I'll be Kyra for a day, no problem.
See, it's the cognitive dissonance in particular about the Pan African mammy that's really interesting.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
okay, look at the state of African nations, where Black males are heading the government and running things. Look at the state of Black male Caribbean nations. Like Trump said, they're shithole countries. So
Yes.
why would you think somehow they're better? Like, look, in America, we have the diluted grapes. Why would you go to the motherland and get a full-blooded, purebred grape? It makes no sense.
Boy, let me tell you
Yeah.
something. They are so fucking scared to leave the community. Hey, mammies, they don't want you, boo. I'm sorry. They don't. They're
I mean,
only using you.
yeah, and Kyra just hit the nail on the head because I was just about to say the same thing. They are really in denial, these Pan African mammies, because I work with men from all different backgrounds, especially being here in Georgia. We have a lot of Caribbeans and a lot of Africans and a lot of men from other countries. And the thing is, they are just as color struck and color obsessed as Black American men. I swear, one of my coworkers the other day was fawning all over an Indian girl, and he didn't know this girl from a can of paint, but told her she looked like wife material. And it's like,
Wow.
how, and you made that assessment just by looking at her? That's all it took. And he was an
Hmm.
African man. So they're just as color struck and color obsessed and fawning all over other groups of women because she was an Indian as Black American men. So those women are very fucking delusional about the type of men that they have.
To add to what Aaliyah is saying, if African cicadas and Caribbean cicadas weren't so as color struck as African Americans, why is bleaching such a thing in those countries?
Boom.
Yes,
Boom.
Yeah,
absolutely.
you got women willing to tear off the whole top epidermis of their skin down in Jamaica taking bleach baths just so that they can fit a certain beauty standard. I don't yeah, you're right.
It's
So
the same in Nigeria and Ghana for sure too. Like
Yeah.
they doing what is it, that cake soap or what people call it?
Yeah, and
I
they like
don't
peel
know.
the skin off and it makes them lighter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what they be going through, ladies, but the shit is stupid. Uh oh. Uh oh. This bitch always
Child.
hate other black women's family, but the ones in her family are amazing.
Can
Do
I
you
say
hear
something?
me? Yes, go ahead.
Just because your daddy, your granddaddy, your uncle, your brother, and all 10 of them other nakers in your family was good to you does not mean that he wasn't trash to another black woman. Okay, I'm done.
Li- Listen, I get so tired of this shit right here. I would agree with y'all, but my daddy, and I be so close to telling the bitch, fuck your daddy, ma'am. You got 8 stepsisters. That mean your dad was throwing that shit log all over the place. What are you talking about? What do
Right.
you mean? The fuck
You,
is wrong with? Go ahead.
oh, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're fine, baby.
As y'all know, I come from the unicorn family. Hashtag all. My grandfather is a unicorn, HBCU grad, doctor, and he's the best grandfather I could have known. But he also beat my grandmother's ass and
Wow.
cheated on her left, right, and sideways, before he got too old to keep up with that sort of thing.
I can't. The next one really is sort of like this one, but it's a tad bit different. This particular bitch, she will agree that the people in her family ain't shit, but not my motherfucking son, bitch.
Oh my
How
God.
many court cases have y'all seen where the nigga done messed somebody the fuck up, stole their paycheck, beat them, R-word them, trespassing, theft? Well, Judge, this is the first time he ever did something like this. I raised him better than that. Well, honey, make sure you keep something on his papers because he's going to jail. Go ahead, Ebony.
Okay, this one really gets my effing goat. Okay, now here's the cognitive dissonance. Not my son. He's not like that. I raised him better than that. Okay, you did. All right. He still did this. So what does that tell you? I'm beginning to think it's not only the culture. I'm beginning to think this stuff is genetic because I'm sorry. When an African female X meets a Y, we got a problem. I don't, you know, not my son, your
Then she
hub
got the
son,
nerve, right? Then she
your
got the
hub son.
nerve with him having violent records and shit, saying ain't nobody good enough for him. Girl, if you don't go sit your ass down somewhere and make some black eyed peas and shut the fuck up, your son ain't worth a damn.
What amuses me about the not my sons black mothers, the mammy black mothers, because I know we have some divested black mothers with sons over here. They all think that they're the first black mother to think of raising their son differently. Like, you really think you're the
Right.
first one to ever think to move him out of the hood, to put him in private school, to put him in chess club or something, and they all had the same results. But you're the first. And the
Results
Brookings
don't lie.
Institute Brookings
I think,
Institute said it in their study. It doesn't matter what class a black male grows up in, he falls.
Girl. Go
yeah,
ahead,
I think
Ebony.
the problem with the not my son mammies is that they are unaware, but they also tend to raise their sons to think that um, they're victims of racism and systematic injustice and oppression and all of that other shit. And therefore, it is your job as a woman to uplift him up to and including supporting him in all of his endeavors and then re raising him if necessary. That's hence the reason why a lot of them pretend, they act like more so like their sons' lovers than their mothers.
Yes,
And so
they do.
you actually have sons who their sons will actually seek women out. They are just like their mothers to be a surrogate mother to them. And so this to me is one of the worst. I mean, they're all pretty bad, but this not my son, mammy. You really have to watch her because this is the one who will make your life hell. This is the mother-in-law from hell. Trust
Oh,
me.
Oh,
yes.
She
she
will
Oh,
hide
is.
your
And
body.
I've had that experience. So, yeah, she is.
She will hide your body too when you're dead.
That's a fact,
She will throw the gun in the freaking river when you're dead.
honey.
She will hide that fun when you're dead and then prolong any investigation.
And got the nerve to sit up there and pretend like they for black women. These women that claim they for black women with all this extra shit going on, I don't know how to get a pass, but any goddamn way, right? This motherfucker here, the baby mama mammy. Oh, what I'm gonna take him off child support because guess what? The system. He can't get they took his driver's license because of child support. You know it's hard out here for yeah, I know black men are a mess. Yes, I know that. I know all of that. But let me tell you about my baby daddy and why y'all want my kids not to have no daddy. Bitch, stop it. Knock it off. You ain't the only baby mama. That's the sad part about it. Number one. Number two, if he can't afford $40 a week, why in the hell did you take your panties off? Hmm?
But DZ, he has potential.
Mm,
And they
mm.
gonna help him, DZ. They're gonna help raise him up and help him become a better man and a better father because nobody ever tried to help him do anything. That's why he's 40 years old and live in his mom's basement.
Okay,
Wow.
I'm sorry. I got a thun. Well, a half a thun, whatever, what you want to call it. And the problem with that is I mean, hey, private schools, I did it. Special this, I did it. Lacrosse, I did it. All of it, all that shit. Okay. And one day he said something to me that made me so angry that my hand came up and his face was hurting. Okay. It doesn't matter. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And even if you raise them somewhere else, just like that report said, they get around others who perpetuate that behavior. And in
Mm,
order to fit in, God help him. I will never forget that kid who got a full ride to Stanford, but his buddies convinced him. He went to Exeter, the whole thing. His buddies convinced him to do an armed robbery.
wow.
He lost the full ride at Stanford, but his buddies were satisfied. See what I'm
Child,
saying? It doesn't
yeah, I
matter.
do. I do. It's sad. It really is. And y'all, these are all the excuses that people that want to change what divestment means so that they can fit into that category, but they're not willing to, get rid of some of the bullshit in their families. And shout out to all the women that have a black son that recognize whether he's dusty and can tell the truth about that shit. Shout out to y'all because there's a lot of pressure out there for it, and it takes a show enough divested woman to go ahead and be able to say that shit. Right? That's the complete opposite of the baby mama mammy. Who's up next? The black male identifying multi-letter mafia mammy. Now, let me tell you something, y'all. I don't understand this one. This one is an enigma to me. You don't deal with them romantically at all. But you still marching and acting a fool for them. And then when you identify as one, you start acting just like the Dusties in the black community. How the fuck is that even possible? How on earth do you know? You acknowledge that they fucked up. They are fucked up, right? Then you go and act just like them. Let me tell you something. Leave divestors the fuck alone. Shout out to the lesbian divestors that already know what the deal is. You know exactly what I'm talking about when I say these motherfuckers right here need to stop. Like the creators of BLM. Those two bitches, come on now. Come on now. I ain't gonna spend too much time on that one, but look, you hear me. You know what y'all be doing. Knock it the fuck off. Right? Who's next? That I was raised that way, mammy. Let me tell y'all something. You no longer have that excuse unless you just found divestment, unless you just got internet in 2020, unless you just met black men not too long ago. Because the receipt's been out here since before a .com was a thing, right? You can't tell me how you was raised. You seen your cousins, your brothers, the men in the neighborhood, your friends, fathers, and all that shit acting a plumb goddamn fool. So when you mammy at this day and age in 2022, bitch, you want to be a mammy. Point blank goddamn period. Period. Aaliyah?
I was gonna go back to the Rainbow Coalition, mammy. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, that is one of the slickest mammies, I think, because you know the problem with them is you cannot attempt to point out any flaws in their thinking because they're often unaware of just how much their thinking is aligned with the black man. I guess
Mm-hmm.
because they think that they're women, but they're LGBTQ, but some of them are the most male identified women ever. I guess because they really secretly want to be just like them. If that's, so they actually take on a lot of the mannerisms and the thought process. So they are very much aligned with the black man. And they actually tend to think that they are more wise and logical. And, they have all the common sense when really they're nothing but puppets. I mean, I guess the overall goal for her is that she has no desire to change her thoughts or opinions, but she will try to change yours. I see
Mm-hmm.
that with a lot of them. Like they think one way, but they'll try to change your mind though.
Girl, I just have to walk away. It's like, okay, all right, girl, I get it. Listen, lose my number. And then I block the bitch because I'm not fixing to argue with you about what a black man is. You know what they are. If you were born black, raised black, you know what these niggas do, what they don't do, what they're capable of, and what they refuse to do, and how violent they are. Miss me. Miss me. I am like over that, and I'm over the I was raised that way thing. You know when something's wrong when you're being raised. You know if it's not true. You know if it's against all logic, and you change it. You deprogram yourself. Don't keep leaning on your family to continue your mammy ass ways. Knock it off. Anybody got anything on that one before I move to the next mammy?
That I was raised that way, mammy. I think she finds peace and tranquility in the thoughts and actions of the black man, even if he is twisted. And so they just use that as a convenient excuse for going along with it. Well, I was just raised that way. And I mean, don't get me wrong, we understand the indoctrination, the conditioning, and the grooming. But I
Mm-hmm.
think that that's not the case for everybody. I think for some women, they do just tend to use that as a convenient excuse. And really, what it is, you don't want to call a thing, and the behavior is twisted. So they just fall back on, well, I was just raised that way. And it's a convenient excuse.
It is. It is. You got anything to add, Carmen? Because you was one of the people that wanted to talk about all these different mammies and how to identify them. Carmen, you there? Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next one. This one makes me laugh, y'all. The straw man, gaslighting, and ad hominem mammy. Okay. This particular mammy is very, very wise, you guys. Very wise. For those of you that don't know what a straw man argument is, it's somebody bending your argument and then arguing against the idea that they gave you. Not what you actually said. Example, divest from the black community. And then a mammy comes along and say, well, white men ain't gonna help you. Bitch, nobody said anything about white men. You made it about white men. I said divest away from the black community and go where you're celebrated. Nah, she want to talk about how awful white men are instead. Like you said, hey ladies, just run to the white man. That's what straw man argument is. Y'all know what gaslighting is. They trying to make it like what you're complaining about is not really there. You're making too big of a deal about it. Also, you might be the cause if it indeed is the deal. Okay, and you know the ad hominems. You bitter. You couldn't get a black man. You seem fat. You seem skinny. You dark skin. You light skin. All that extra shit. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about, which is violence against black women and how they should abandon that boat sinking called the black community. Right, Kyra?
Exactly. Like they love playing that game. And see, the flip side of that is also these same women that like to say, well, the white man isn't going to save you and stuff, guess what? It is normal for heterosexual black women to want a male partner, to want the husband, the 2.5 kids, and the white picket fence lifestyle. And if you're a black woman who wants that, it behooves you to go to the group of men who are willing to give it to you. And that is anybody but a black man.
That's a fact. That's a fact. Every time we talk about divestment, if you go outside the divestment community, you'll hear them talking about white men and white men only. And I find the shit bloody hilarious. The first thing black women have to do is get to safety. After that, they go where the hell they want to go. You motherfuckers are obsessed with white males. It just is what it is. Because every time I'm talking to one of them or having a discussion with one of them about anything, they go straight to the white dude. So I'm feeling like you might be a white supremacist, sis. How about that part? Because they stay on your fucking mind, not your safety, not the safety of your sister. The white dude, he on your mind. You might want to see whether you attracted to him or not. How about that part? Right? L. Uh-oh. Hold up a second. Hey, Lipstick, welcome to the panel.
Hey, DC. Hello, ladies. I will admit I just caught the last few minutes, but I will say what you just said when they used the straw man argument of the white man isn't going to save you. But who the fuck been saving us all these fucking generations?
Mm,
It ain't been a
I,
black man.
yeah, I
that's
think when it comes to this mammy bitch here, she is highly manipulative. This is the one who will make up shit at
mm-hmm.
random. You know, that's what the gaslighting and the straw man arguments are about. You have no real argument or defense. So then you just start pulling up shit out of thin air that nobody even said. Like
Well,
nobody said that white men in particular was the answer to all of your problems. Who the fuck said that? But they'll pretend like somebody said
it's
Right.
a deflection tactic.
Mm-hmm.
It's a deflection tactic. That's all. And I wanted to add, there are black male mammies too.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Oh,
we gonna get there. We gonna
okay.
get there. They
All
on the
right.
list. You better believe they on the list. These mammies are
Okay.
everywhere. I'm gonna tell you something. It's more than one way to be a mammy. They ain't always obvious, y'all. Sometimes they'll hang around divestors for a little bit. And then one day they slip up and say some fuck shit. And you like, hey, what's wrong with you, sis? Did you just say that? They be impersonating the hell out of divestors sometimes until they get in their feelings about some black man or another. Let's scroll down some. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
No.
Praise the Lord. Thank you, Jesus. I'm feeling the goddamn spirit around this bitch. You religious mammies ought to stop trying to use that shit to say our proper place is up under. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'm not
Oh,
that.
going to.
DB, them the worst ones.
Oh
Yes,
my
yes,
God.
yes. A very dangerous mammy, and her goal is to convince you that committing yourself to a life of struggle and servitude is actually an admirable sacrifice to make. See, you're in service to the Lord. Everything is about what God said, what God put together. No, let no man tear apart. It doesn't matter how awful of a husband he may or may not be. It's all about God and religion. Like God actually told you to stay married to this man who treats you like an old maid. But God told you to do that, right?
I,
But Aaliyah, it's not.
Aaliyah, thank you. Thank you, Aaliyah. Thank you. Thank you.
But don't forget, it's not just the God believing ones; it's the Allah and the Yahweh ones too. All of them.
Oh, we gonna get there. Listen, my list so goddamn complete. It's ridiculous. It's 360 degrees of nothing but the truth. You mammies ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself putting these black women in these predicaments for people that you can't even prove. If you believe in it, that's fine. Don't start telling other black women where their proper place is. Your proper place is the fuck out of my face. Let's start there. All
These
right.
women have gotten people killed too.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Religious
They've gotten
mammies are
people
the
killed.
worst ones, Ebony. They're the worst ones.
Yeah, they are. They've
That's what
they've
I
gotten
just
people
said. They
killed.
are the worst ones. And I get so tired of running into them. Oh, that's why this ain't happening for you because God, you ain't listening to God and you need to get a relationship with God. Oh my gosh. Those statements are the worst ones. I just be wanting to slap the shit out of somebody.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's
and
why I
that's
don't
what I'm
want to
saying.
go south because
Yeah,
somebody's going to say, "You come to our church, will you?" No, fuck no, absolutely not.
Hell
well,
no.
that's
I
what
go
I'm
to
saying.
their church with my titties and ass hanging out, but that's just me though.
I mean, that's why I say these are the ones that will try to convince you that a life of struggle and servitude, that these are admirable things. They tell you it's okay, make your man's plate, do this and do that. And you're right about the South. I mean, I grew up with grandmothers, my grandmothers that would wake up and make homemade biscuits every Sunday morning because that's what her
God,
husband did.
biscuit.
Yeah, homemade biscuits. Like she would literally go get up and knead the dough and bake the biscuits by hand. We still come from that old school of thought where you make your man's plate first.
Fix
So
his plate
basically,
first, and can't nobody
yeah,
eat till he eat. I'm with you.
yes, you wait on them hand and foot, and they make you believe that that's admirable, that this is what women are supposed to do for their men. But they won't tell you
Tyrone,
what he's supposed to do for you.
let me
Yeah,
tell you something. If
exactly.
y'all ever see me make a black man plate, hey, black man, if I make your plate, you bet not eat it. That's
If
all I'm
I
gonna
Thank
make
tell
a
you.
you about
black
that.
man plate, I'm working for the prison industrial complex, and I got to feed the inmates. That's about the only way I'm gonna make their damn plate.
The fuck? Let's go, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all have that one because that's gonna make me cuss
Oh,
a lot. Because I just
I
had an
hate her.
altercation. I just
I
had an
hate her so much.
altercation this past week with a Betty the Builder ass bitch talking about what we need to build because black men not doing it. So it's left up to us to build it. I bet it ain't, bitch. I bet it ain't. I'm not gonna lay one brick. I promise you. I'm not doing their job. I'm not changing your brake pads. I'm not doing none of that shit. I'm not building anything. I know what my place is, and it ain't building. Go ahead, Ebony.
No, I'm just gonna say this is the mammy I hate the most.
Oh God.
And here's why. These are the women who waste their youth, vitality, and basically dreams
Mm-hmm.
on building a hobo. No, seriously. And like I said last week, a lot of black women don't realize that, honey, you're just a come up girl.
Period.
You're there for him when he gets his business started. You're there to give him the car to help him with his legal papers. And then he gets to where he needs to be. Is he going to help you? Oh, hell no. He's gone somewhere else.
But you
Mm.
know what? The thing about it is that they don't even go anywhere or improve themselves. They just using you while they're there. And then they start cheating on you and find somebody because they're planning their getaway. You was a stepping stone for them to just go somewhere else. And it's not even because they be getting their shit together. They don't be getting their shit together. They just be using you because you're there and you allow it and you fell for the game. And he seen a sucker and he licked it and then he finna move on.
Thank
He
you.
know
These
when
are
the
the
jig
women
is up.
who buy the mixtape.
Let me tell y'all something. Would y'all look at this comment? And I got this. He says, Whitey don't love you. Let me tell you something, boy. Apparently, whoever God is don't love you. Look at how he made you look. Look at how slow you are. Look how you can't build anything. Look at how you're always on the bottom of every good list. Look at how you're in my chat room trying to get my attention because I'm fucking amazing. You get what I'm saying to you? Go somewhere else and play, little boy. Don't nobody have time for that. Get a lesson and shut the fuck up. Next.
He
Sorry
can't
about
even,
that.
while he talking, he can't even construct a proper sentence. There was no punctuation, no nothing.
Ciao.
Talking shit, looking retarded and remedial.
You punctuation from a dusty?
Yeah, that's right. I shouldn't expect proper sentence structure and proper punctuation from them. You know they some slow heads. We already know that.
Girl.
Well,
I
remember
just
a
want to
while ago.
say,
Oh,
I'm going to add to what that Roach just said about why he don't love you. It doesn't matter if no other male, what color he is, likes me ever and for the rest of my life, the fact that I'm away from you is peace and solitude within myself. As long as I'm away from you, it doesn't matter if I'd never ever date another man in my life. And that's what they don't understand.
Yeah.
Divestment is just getting away from them, Blackistan, and all the damn issues. I don't care if Whitey or whoever else don't love me. I don't love you and I'm away from you, and that's the end.
Mm.
See, it
What if
goes into the
Whitey does
straw
love you
man.
though?
It goes back to those straw man arguments. No, who was saying anything about a white man loving somebody? Who said anything about that? They just made that shit up just that fast.
Yeah, but he
Because
brought
they
it
can
up. What if
function
Whitey
without a
does love
man.
you? What are they
Uh,
gonna do? What if Whitey does love me? What are you gonna do?
Why y'all using Whitey like we on Sanford and Son? Y'all gotta stop that.
That's what he said.
I'm fucking tickled, y'all. Them motherfuckers are so useless. It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable how useless you are. Any goddamn way. Next.
Oh Jesus.
uh what? So
We
you
know a
do
lot of
know.
them, DZ.
Oh,
We know a
hey,
lot of them.
hey. You do know that it's better on the outside, but you can't just omit the brothers.
I
Because
think
that
the
would make you a
swirling.
bed wench. Go ahead, Aaliyah.
Yeah, I think the swirling mammy is perhaps the most predictable mammy of all. I mean, her behavior pretty much tends to follow the same pattern. They have a habit of fawning over anybody with the penis. It doesn't matter what color he is. So, pretty much disagreeing with her is a losing battle because she will literally argue with any woman who attempts to challenge the black man specifically, but any man, and she does this without any acknowledgement or reward. So that's what really irritates me about the swirling mammy. It's like, girl, you're just out here caping for anybody with a dick. So you stand for nothing, basically.
Pretty
One
much.
thing about the swirling mammy is that they will date non-black men to get his resources to take back to black men. This is something that I've noticed with them. They're very, very strategic at getting with non-black men, acting like they love them, getting their resources, and they take those resources back to a black man who doesn't have those resources. So they're very strategic in their actions. I consider them one step above the religious man.
You're right. They're very insidious about doing that. And,
Correct.
and they make, those of us who are in the dating arena, they muddy the waters for the rest of us with their bullshit.
Good. That is correct. You are right, Kyra.
And these are also the swirling mammies who stay dating powdered donut dusties and then complaining like, well, they're all the same. No, you
Right.
got with a dusty white man.
Right.
Yeah.
These are the
And
ones that
that's
will move into a dusty white man's house so they can take their money and give to a nigga.
That's
yeah, and
true.
that's why I
I
say
hate
this
that
is the
mess.
most I said this is the most predictable type of mammy to me when you think about it, because they pretty much will fawn over anybody with the penis. They have, I mean, they have no picks or chooses. It's just, oh, anybody. This is to pick the best man for the job, any type of woman, and it's like, girl, no, you need to have some standards and stick by that, and stop just running in and out of these different races and these different cultures. This whole "I'll date anybody, anything goes" attitude, it's like, girl, so basically, as long as he has a penis, it doesn't matter.
A lot of
That's
times
all.
they do that to live because they don't want to offend the black man. Let's just keep it real. They don't want to be classified as someone that bashes black men, and
Of
so
course.
they just keep them in the ring. And in another sector of them, they actually prefer black men, but they trying to make Tyrone jealous or whatever by
Mhm.
dating out, quote unquote.
Right. And they need Scott and Sterling's resources, right? Because a lot of these swirling mammies have sons that they're raising. And they want that structure that Scott and Sterling can give to their sons, but they know they can't get it from the black man who they really want.
That's a
Yeah,
fact.
You know what
That's
else,
messed
DZ?
up.
Oh, you know how people always accuse us of, we couldn't get a black man and
Girl,
we
I'm so
secretly
tired
want
of
a
that
black
shit.
man?
Yes.
But the funny thing is, some of these swirling mammies, they're the women who really couldn't get the black man that they wanted, and so they went to the white man or another group of men.
Exactly.
That's a
Mm-hmm.
fact. Bye, swirling mammy. All right, we'll see you next week. Nah, I like this one. You know that bitch. You know her. Always talking about somebody's pineal gland is calcified, telling you that the white man is evil, telling you all kinds of crazy shit. Talking about her chakras is on fire, her shea butter is in the mail. And then when you say, hey, sis, can we talk about that 5.5 hours and the domestic violence rate? Well, that's because a lot of these men's is lost. Once they get in touch with their dick chakra, they're going to be a lot better for you. You got to find the right one. The spiritual mammy is kind of like the religious mammy, but a lot more worse. She got
This the
a
whole
whole
tip,
bunch of
man.
tarot cards sitting everywhere, but don't know what the fuck is going to happen later. Tarot reading always fucking wrong. Trying on different head wraps. Miss Cleo ass bitch, the one that's
DZ,
always yes, ma'am.
we call them the yoni egg mammy.
Oh yeah,
This the hotel, man, all day.
Don't
Yeah.
don't forget the empath. I'm an empath. I'm an empath. Ain't that what Keisha Cole was just saying? Why she started trying to interact with that clearly immature, delusional, just nothing ass motherfucker. She was just thought she was in a
Right.
relationship with. Oh, I'm an empath. Girl, you ain't no fucking empath. If you
They
was an
got our
empath,
heads wrapped around
you would have been
Go
able to
ahead.
see that he wasn't shit if he was a damn empath. I guess your empath shit ain't working.
that's true. And they always prophets. They always can tell what's going to happen in the future, but they broke on top of that. Just a complete fucking fool. A lot of times they've had several past relationships that were trash, but for some reason the tarot cards didn't tell you that nigga wasn't worth a damn. What's going on? What's happening?
Oh, I don't
You're
know,
not
DZ.
consistent.
It's the tarot cards and the noni eggs, yigs, or whatever. They took the black man out of the home.
And I'm trying to see if the tarot cards had all the answers. The tarot cards didn't tell you how fucked up that nigga was, that he was gonna knock you up and leave you with a whole bunch of goddamn kids and wasn't gonna be there to help you raise none of them. The tarot cards didn't tell you that. I
These
mean, you did
bitches
it
all
multiple times, right? A lot of these women, you've done it multiple times back to back. So the tarot cards, I mean, you have this such high level of discernment, but you
there it
weren't
is. They
able to
love that
see
word
any.
right there.
Yeah, you
Discernment,
weren't able to
discernment.
see
I
any
got
of that.
discernment. I'm the discernment bitch. No, you not, baby.
Like you couldn't foresee the shit that was about to happen to you with this nigga. You couldn't foresee any of that.
Hmm. Uh. Carmen Alexis, is your shit working now? I had let you up earlier, but wasn't nothing happening. Is your mic working? Cut your camera off. I'm gonna remove you. Okay.
Everybody.
All
Hey,
right.
DC.
Hey, you're a little
Can y'all hear
crackly.
me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give me 1 second. Hold on, let me turn off my headphones.
All right, do
All
that,
right,
sis.
do that, sis.
Okay, while she
Okay, while
getting
she getting.
wait, let me remove her because she got a real bad echo. And I can't think when I hear my voice in the background. You feel me? Carmen, you got a real bad echo, sis. Now, with this motherfucker here, the activist mammy, sometimes she's multiple types of this mammy. She's a baby mama mammy. She's a spiritual mammy. She's multiple mammies mixed into one. I find the reason I picked this picture, y'all, is because she's telling the cops to stop killing us. Oh,
But what
what?
about 5.5?
You
Look, look. She is delusional. She should take that sign and go to her nearest black neighborhood and point it at a dusty.
Thank
That's
now
the
you.
fact
you
of the matter.
you really have to watch this, mammy, because this is your social justice warrior. This is your criminal justice major. This is the one
Mm,
that will end up running for
Yes.
local office somewhere. You have to watch them.
The
Ali, I was
judges
just
too,
about to
Aaliyah.
say that. I was just about to say these are the ones that be on your ballots.
Yep.
These are also the mammies at your office trying to agitate some bullshit
Yep.
at work.
Always. But
These are your DEI mammies, your diversity, equity, and inclusion mammies.
but you notice the activist mammy is always absent when it's something that's going to actually benefit black women. They don't talk about Roe versus Wade. They don't talk about birth control. They don't talk about none of that shit. The only time they bring these stupid ass signs out is when a black man is uncomfortable or they feel like a black man has, you know, become the victim of some sort of injustice. These girls here, they are very dangerous because they take little girls out there with them, dress them up like little adults, have they fists in the air while there's weaponry out at these goddamn protests and shit. She's dangerous. The activist mammy, she's dangerous, and she's several different mammies wrapped into one.
But DZ,
Period.
they
She's
are the
also
black males. They are black males with pussies. That's what they are. They have the
they're
brain of
also
black males.
federal judges.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. God
And
damn, y'all.
y'all just got one in the Supreme Court. I ain't gonna say no name, but y'all just got one in the Supreme Court.
Oh boy. I swear. Let's go.
Oh, DZ, before I forget, speaking of activist mammies, did you vote for Stacey Abrams today?
I absolutely did not. I
Y'all
absolutely did
play so
not.
much.
Oh,
Y'all play so much.
we had a little preliminary voting today, and it was, yeah, I didn't vote for her. I voted for Brian Kemp. Period. Period. Okay. Um, so what about boys, black boys, mammy? Let me tell you something. The short answer is I don't give a fuck. Go over to the manosphere space and ask them about little black girls and watch what happens. You don't know what a clapback is and you don't know what reciprocity is. I don't care about them. The only time I express any care about them is if there's also a black female victim. If he's by himself, no, I don't care. There was a woman in my comment section basically confronting me about little black boys. All right. I didn't reply to your comment, but if you out there listening, the short answer is I don't give a fuck about them. I don't give a fuck about the teams. I don't give a fuck about any of that. And I
Period.
brought you some receipts as well concerning the little black boys or
Period.
whatever. You go do Black Boy Joy. I'm not doing it. I've never been a black boy, but I've been victimized by several of them. So miss me with that bullshit. I don't care. Nobody is out here doing the right thing for black girls. A lot of times, y'all using them to get the attention of black males. Huh? I'm not with the shits with that bullshit. I don't care. And you're not going to guilt me into caring about them. Can somebody provide a link with somebody guilting the black manosphere into caring about little black girls? I'll wait.
DZ, what about Black Boy Joy and Black Sun Fun?
Mm, mm-mm. Don't care. Don't give a fuck. I don't care. Every time somebody sits up and say, well, black girls are molested at higher rates than other races. Well, don't forget about the boys. They molested too. Fuck you. I didn't talk about them. I'm talking about the girls. Now, if you're obsessed with the boys, go do something about it. I won't be the one doing anything about that. And anybody that has my mindset ain't going to do nothing about it. I don't
That
feel guilty about it either. Fuck them. Go ahead.
that wouldn't irritate me so bad if they were using it as a distraction because the little black girls are always an afterthought in this community. They are usually at the forefront, all of their problems, all of their issues, all their systematic injustices, all of their oppression. The girls are rarely even thought about or talked about. So when you start finally shedding some light on what's happening to little girls and they just have to steal some of that thunder by bringing up little boys. I can't stand that shit. It
Mm-mm.
irritates the fuck out of me. It's like that's not what we're talking about. The little
Girl,
girls
Female
are
victims
always the afterthought.
outnumber.
say that again.
Female victims outnumber the male victims like 4 to 1 at least.
Well, even with that being the case, it could be mostly boys, and I still wouldn't give a damn.
Yeah,
Honest.
but we're never seen as victims. Those little girls are never seen as victims to the people in this community. It's always she was fast, she did something to deserve it. It's never about what was done to her. They will take the little boys and victimize them all day long, but it's always she knew what she was doing. They never give us any grace whatsoever. So when we start talking about our issues, people got to butt in and start talking about what about the boys. And it's like, we're not talking about them. The girls are always placed on the back burner in this community. So why are you trying to take the focus off of what we're talking about? That's what irritates the hell out of me about this. It's like, no, y'all focus on the little black boys all the time. Can we talk about what's going on with the girls sometimes?
But like you said, Aaliyah, it's because the boys are always the victim. You ever notice how every time something happened to a black boy or an older black male, it's never their fault. They didn't know what they were doing. It was because somebody else influenced them. Somebody else told them what to do. They can't make up their own mind. They can't make good decisions. But like you said, when it's a little girl or a young lady, oh, well, we supposed to come out the womb knowing right from wrong or wrong
Exactly.
from right.
Exactly.
We
And I
just
think
know everything.
it's just a way to take the spotlight off of girls when that's the subject matter. Stick to the subject. And it fucking irritates me because, yeah, of course, we know there are little boy victims, but we're not talking about that right now. And that's what gets on my fucking nerve with these types of mammies.
Yeah, they do that with damn near every subject as well. They wait for a white dude to do something fucked up, and then they wait for you to start talking about little black girls, and it's like, okay, well, what about this? What about this? What about this? You do not get to dictate what the fuck I talk about. If you care so much, you take your ass over to Best Buy or Amazon, get you a microphone, and you open your dick liquor about it. Hear me? We're not doing it. Okay?
Deflection tactic. Another
Right.
deflection. Yep.
Right. Next. this this motherfucker here. So let me tell y'all something. When's the last time before the internet, for those of you that got a little age on you, or maybe you're an older millennial or whatever, before black women started recognizing that black men were not, to be fucked with, you didn't hear them say men were bad. You did not hear that. This came up that all men were so-called bad after your men got taken out the mix. Once they start identifying that black males weren't worth a fuck, now you bringing everybody into it, okay? Before divestment, before any of this shit, any of it, you was talking about how men were kings, how black men were this, how they were wonderful, that they're gods and all types of shit. Now somebody has bullseye on the nakers. You talking about, okay, well, all of them are like that. Every last man of every race. Now you doing that shit, and I've already did a whole slideshow for you about why you need the other race of men, because they provide all the shit that you need for day-to-day living. But now all of a sudden, you busting up in divested areas talking about all men are bad. And I'm going to have to ask you to have a seat in your nearest seat. If there's no seat around, sit down and on the floor, period.
I have a question. If all men are bad, how is it that black males are committing 50% of the crimes in this country?
They don't listen. They don't. Let me show y'all something. Let's do an intermission real quick. I hope I uploaded this shit. Hold on a second, y'all. They know that they're the ones that's committing all these crimes, but instead of, acknowledging what's going on, they're going to make a joke about it. Let's go.
Yes, 50% of all murders committed in this country were committed by people of color. That's true. But why are they telling you that on Fox News? We not killing you. I looked it up. 92% of the people that black people that murder were other black people. Like, what the fuck are you scared of, sir? I'm not going clutching your purse, move. I'm trying to shoot the motherfucker behind you.
And that's how your men feel about what you're saying. It's
How
a
was
joke
this
now.
funny? How was this funny, DZ? That
Thank
wasn't
you.
funny.
Thank you. Thank you.
The fact
Now,
that he made him a joke out of that is just
Hey,
ugh.
Every time
This
y'all go somewhere and repeat these stats to them, they say, nope, the FBI is racist. Nope, those stats they came from 2018. No, you know the stats are true. But now, since you can't prove that they're not true, you're gonna make a joke about it. This is y'all's community.
you know, this
It was
good,
basically
this
saying
good.
that since they're not killing white people at a high rate, then white people shouldn't care about it. Black women, they're killing you, and they're making a joke about it.
Yo, this is y'all's
You know,
community. Go ahead,
this
Aaliyah.
the all races of men are bad argument. It's just like the good and bad in every race, aka not all. That's what it all goes back to. That's why they have to bring in other races of men. So if you can stay focused on it's not all it's good and bad in every race, or that all races of men are bad, it still goes back to the not all argument. So these mammies have a lot in common.
They
It's
do.
like you just don't want us to see all black men as bad, so you're going to throw other races into the mix. Again, stay on subject. We're not talking about what other races of men are doing. We're talking about what your men are doing.
That's a fact.
And
This
when it
shit.
comes to all races of men, it's funny how when we're talking about degeneracy, it's all races of men, but they can never say all races of men build when they're talking about black men. I'm like, well, all races of men build something. Why aren't the black men doing that too? What's missing?
Because
Yep.
they never want to mimic the good shit. It's like, so basically they are doing all the bad shit, but then when you start talking about how other groups of men build, how they provide, how they protect, how they're actually access to their communities, and they don't want any part of that. So you see, they're not mimicking that type of behavior.
Black is dope. Are you Dusty?
No, I'm not Dusty.
Oh shit.
The
Oh, you
do
you
you
wait.
want?
You wait in the back. I got you. Don't you worry, Dusty. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Okay? Now, this is going to officially be turned into smoke night because listen, I've said nothing that wasn't true up here tonight. Okay? Nothing. We fixing to have an impromptu smoke night. Let's see what's up with the next mammy. What, you thought you had to be a black woman to be a mammy? Is that what you thought? Honey, first of all, Baxter, you can have them. You can have them. Nobody's stopping you. But what you don't get to do is talk to us about it, right? You don't get to talk to us about no damn Dusty. Take your Dusty and walk to the left. We're good. And I hear you breathing, Aaliyah. What's up?
No, because these the bitches that's also out there at the protest holding up the signs talking about how much they love black dick, how much they suck black dick and all that other goofy ass shit. Yeah, it's tons of them white mammies out there. And it's like, girl, you didn't learn anything from the plethora of dumbass black women that did the same thing before you. So you just gotta try to one up us and take your dumb ass out there. Well, good, let them go then.
Well, remember, Leah, they've been gassed up. Remember, they're better, so they can do better. And I invite them to do it. We
I
can
do too.
pack them up.
Yes, go do your thing. There's no conversation for us to have at all. Just like I'm not going to talk to you about my white man, you're not going to talk to me about your black man. You see how that works? We're good.
Yeah, I mean, nothing irritates me more than the white mammy. And it's like, girl, you came from a community with men that were actually doing something, and you went so far backwards to come over here and put up with this shit, and then to turn around and try to talk shit or scold black women about our treatment of black men. That's what irritates me about these bitches like this. Like, they don't know their place when it comes to dealing with other black women. That's always been
Oh,
my only
Aaliyah,
issue with
Aaliyah,
them.
Aaliyah, Aaliyah,
Mhm.
Aaliyah. These are motherfuckers that be like, when you ask them, why you ain't ever been with no, why you don't date white men? Oh, well, I just never really been attracted to white men. Huh?
You Borgin.
I
Can you
mean,
hear me now?
I know
These
exactly the type that you're talking about, and those are the ones. And it's like, girl, I don't give a fuck that you like black dick. That's your business. You are more than welcome to have every single one of them. But what you're not gonna do is come over here and tell me what the fuck you think I should be doing, because now we have a problem. That's what kills me about them.
Hmm.
these
Remember,
are the ones that will show you pictures of their biracial children without you asking. These are also the ones that work in these low paying service jobs. When they see a black woman out with a white man, they seem to have an issue with it.
these are also the same ones. You remember a few years ago how, I won't say their names, but certain manosphere dudes used to have these whammies on their shows, lecturing
Not
black women on how
women.
to behave and what to do and how to make a black man happy. Y'all remember that?
Yes, I do. And that's why I say I can't stand that shit. It's like, girl, how the fuck you gonna tell me what the fuck to do in regards to a black man? Why? Because you suck black dick? Okay, get the fuck out of my face. I don't fuck about that.
Those
Well,
whammies, as she called them, are of no consequence. I'm finna get this fool up off of here. Okay, because they are literally of no consequence. Knock it off. Hey, as promised, Ebony Phoenix, here you go. Here you go. Let me show you what homeboy signs say. Just men deserve as much body positivity and positivity in general as women. These male mammies are a hot mess. Let me tell y'all something real quick before y'all go off. I do not deal with um Brad and them that have any sympathy for Tyrone and them. I just don't. So, those of you that are making shows talking about which white men wouldn't date us, the fact that they're talking to you, sir, that means I wouldn't date them. If I was
Preach.
single, I would not date them. If they give you the time of day, if they emailing you back and forth, scheduling a time to come on your Manosphere show to say that they don't like divestors, just already know the feeling is very, very mutual. Anybody that would sit down and take anything that's coming out of your mouth seriously, divestors wouldn't date them. So we got a good relationship going here. We wouldn't date them. He wouldn't date us. I don't like the ones that deal with y'all on any level.
I mean,
You're
these
preaching
bitches,
tonight because
I mean,
that is they think that we're out here dating the motherfuckers that talk to them. Like, if you got a white friend, I don't need you. If you live in a black neighborhood, I don't need you. If you employ black men, I don't need you. I, I don't understand what they don't understand.
I mean, these motherfuckers here stay whining and crying and comparing themselves to women all the time. That's what kills me about the male mammy. It's like they can dish shit out, but they cannot take it. And that's what gets on my fucking nerves. Like, they think it's okay to sit up and constantly talk shit about women and body shame us and talk about us. But then, heaven forbid, you say something about them. Well, then they would try to turn around and use that against you. Like the same thing with 50 Cent. It's okay for you to sit up and shame Lizzo all the time. But then as soon as somebody says something about 50 cents, they want to use that whole body shaming argument. And it's like, no, this motherfucker has been one of the biggest trolls on Twitter. He deserves everything that he's getting. But you want to use the Lizzo body shaming argument when it comes to talking about him. So it's like, why are you motherfuckers are constantly dishing shit out, but then you want to turn around and compare yourself to women all the time? They do way too much whining and complaining and crying for me. And that shit is so fucking unattractive, and color has nothing to do with it. Like you were saying, these motherfuckers that's constantly sitting up, having all these conversations with these black men, you are not even on my radar. Trust and believe, because I'm looking at the company you keep. You have no business sitting over here talking to him. So I already see, is these your homies? These your friends? This who you kicking it with? I'm trying to get the fuck away from them. I don't need a motherfucker that's bringing them around.
exactly, Aaliyah. If a white male is hanging out with black men, you don't need to be involved with him.
Because chances are that's how the wiggers are born. They start picking up the mannerisms and they start dressing like them and talking like them. And before you know it, you think you're talking to, if you close your eyes, you think you're talking to another nigga. I promise you. And it's like, dude, again, why? If I wanted a black man, why would I
Okay.
even be dating you in the beginning? I could just stay over here with him. I'm dating you for a reason because I want a white man. I don't need you trying to be something that you're not. That is highly fucking unattractive.
And they usually see black women through the eyes of black men because everything they've heard about black women have been from black men. So if I know that you've engaged with black men and have black male friends or associates, I already know that you will look at me through Tyrone's eyes.
Yes, they have already picked up the thought process. Like I said,
Exactly.
the behavior, the mannerisms, and I guarantee you, it won't be long before they start walking, talking, dressing, and acting just like them. And it's sad because a lot of other cultures and races, well, I should say ethnicities, they're picking up the same type of behavior of the black man. And you see what
Exactly.
I'm saying? You can
Exactly.
see it in even the Americanized
Mm-hmm.
Asian man. They're all sounding like even the Americanized. It's like, why in the fuck are y'all all walking around talking and sounding just like the fucking black man? Like, what the fuck is going on here? I'm
Why?
seeing that way too much.
What I don't get is why are you trying to imitate the losers of the planet?
The
Why are
lowest man on the totem pole. You're right,
Exactly.
Tyra. Why is they trying to imitate them? I don't know.
Hmm.
Probably because
Exactly.
they're
And
Well,
it is fucking irritating. It's like, no, I need you to be exactly what you're supposed to be. I don't need you sounding just like this nigga. I can't do nothing with that.
exactly.
Mm-mm.
I
I
had a
love.
white liberal tell me, I'm looking for a woman who's going to submit to me. I said, well, you can submit these nuts and get the fuck out of my motherfucking face.
Hell no. No, he didn't. Oh, Kevin Samuels watching this. No,
I
baby.
knew where that came from because white men don't talk about no fucking submit.
They damn sure don't. Okay,
Wow.
y'all. That's my list. Smoke night is officially underway. May I help you? Black is dope. May I help you?
Yes, yes. I just want to say something to what the last girl said, and I got a few things to say. She
No, wait,
just
wait,
destroyed
wait,
the
wait a
entire.
second.
What you
See,
say?
listen to what I'm saying. You have to make sure that when I start talking, that you don't try to talk over me. Okay, that wasn't the last girl. You see the names up there, right? Right. What do you want to address?
Okay, the last girl, she just destroyed
Lord have
the
mercy.
entire divestment narrative because she just
How though?
said that white men are following after black men. But your
Not all
argument
of them.
is
Some
that
of them
black
are,
men are
yes.
not leaders. She just destroyed her argument.
You okay? You think
Just
that?
destroyed yourself.
So you think that
Just
that's
shot yourself in the
leading?
foot.
Do you think that that's fucking leading?
You just
Walking
shot
around with your
yourself in the
pants
foot.
hanging off your ass, talking shit. That is not fucking leading. You're making a fool out of yourself, and just because you found another idiot that's dumb enough to follow your lead when it comes to that bullshit, you think that that means something? You haven't accomplished a motherfucking thing. You both look dumb. How about that?
I told you, asshole, that you weren't going to be up here talking over the ladies. This is a lady space, right? You volunteered for smoke night. That means you volunteer for whatever the fuck comes. When you say something, let me teach you what a conversation is. Black is dope. One person speaks, then the other person speaks. But since I know that you and the folks like you are incapable of holding conversations, this is why I don't practice conversing with you motherfuckers. I don't have anything to say to you motherfuckers. I just am done. There's no way. I don't have anything to negotiate. There's nothing that the black community has that I want. Do you understand me? I can even get soul food from outside the black community. You motherfuckers produce nothing that anybody should want. Nobody comes to you for anything. And you getting up here hollering like a goddamn gorilla is not gonna get you a seat up here with your raggedy
Exactly.
ass. What the fuck? I don't get the shit. I don't get it. I
And
don't
they
get it.
swear they have a huge gotcha moment. And it's like, so just because you found another group of idiots to follow your lead and doing absolutely nothing but showing everybody how stupid you
But
both
wait a
can
minute,
be,
wait a
how the
minute,
fuck
wait a
is that
minute.
leading?
Hold on, Aaliyah, because let me tell you this. How many of y'all have heard Oh, from the black manosphere. Oh, we ain't the ones that started. There's a white manosphere. So what happened was y'all took y'all funky asses over there and got put the fuck out. That's the real story. Ain't nobody following you no goddamn where, except around the store when you come in there with no money, bitch. They have to follow you around that motherfucker so you don't steal nothing. Ain't nobody following you nowhere but in neighborhoods, making sure you ain't breaking in cars and stealing Amazon boxes with your funky ass.
And
They
they're
get
too
on my
damn dumb
nerves.
to know. They're too damn dumb to know that what we're saying is that's not a good thing. I mean, they're following you for all the wrong reasons. They're picking up all of the wrong shit, idiot.
Wow.
They
I
don't
mean,
realize they don't realize that's an insult. That's what I'm saying. They don't realize that's an insult.
like sounding like y'all, that is not a flex. You sound like a fucking idiot. We don't need white boys sounding like you. What the fuck?
Period. Them motherfuckers are turn off old Paul Wall ass motherfuckers. Anybody that's gonna follow a dumbass, the lowest performing man on the goddamn totem pole around, his ass get whatever he deserves. Period. I don't understand these niggas. I don't understand them.
And I'm still stuck on the leading part. It's like, is this your idea of what's leading? I mean, what they are so stupid. I've never seen a dumber group of men ever in my entire life.
It's headache inducing. You can run down the rules. Hey, don't talk when somebody's talking. Hey, and he just start up. It's like trying to train a dog to not piss on the goddamn carpet. I don't know how you mammies do this. You do this every day? Really? No. Go ahead, Aaliyah. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kyra. I hear you about to say something.
Well, it's not that difficult to housebreak a dog. You keep insulting dogs, and I'm a dog owner. But you keep calling them, but I don't speak niggly, so I don't ever respond to them when I'm on the panel when they call in.
There is no response. They are animals. Literally, there is no response. They just get up here and make noise. It sounds like an animal noise when they talking. And as the sentence progresses, they get louder and louder and louder. It's like a mating call or some shit. Y'all are weird.
They get on my last goddamn nerve with these whole gotcha moments. And it's like when they come out and they say this shit, and it's like, you thought you just ate, don't it? You just made yourself look like a bigger fucking fool than I already knew that you were. Like, dude, that's not a gotcha moment.
I hate Dusty. Are you Dusty?
Can you hear me?
Are you Dusty?
Oh, wait. Oh my God.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
me?
you. Okay, you trolling at this
Oh my
point.
God. No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, if you heard me say that, then you heard me talking to you. Are you Dusty?
I am not Dusty.
Okay, what you got on the subject matter, boo?
Basically, I just feel like these niggas just gotta get eradicated because they bring no type of value, none so ever. I try to find like a different type of black man by dating differently.
Wait, say that again.
Dated a pat.
Hold on.
I was trying to different.
Hold on a second. I hate Dusty.
Can you hear?
You said you still date black men? Because I'm gonna have to this conversation ain't gonna go well if it's true.
No, I would literally rather eat glass. Ain't no way.
Okay.
No, they
just
disgust
making
me
sure.
to the core.
I hate Dusty. Do this for me. Do this for me because you got a lag because we keep talking at the same time. Go out and I'll bring you back up when I see you in the green room, okay? Because we got a bad lag. See you in a minute.
All right. Okay.
All right, welcome back. Lipstick. Oh, guess who heard it was smoke night? Guess who heard it was smoke night? Anybody? Any takers in the chat? Hey, I mean,
already
my
knew.
God.
He stays in the audience. I swear to God. Bear Witches suck, but he's here every fucking live stream.
Wow. May I help you?
What's going on? Can y'all hear me?
Oh, yeah.
Heard one of your zaddies went on a shooting spree in Buffalo, New York. Is that a true statement?
Man, bitch, what is your point? Y'all shoot up shit all the fucking
Aaliyah,
time.
Big
Aaliyah,
Shirley. Big Shirley.
don't listen, Aaliyah. Don't even give him the energy. Bed wenches suck. Listen, I don't know what your malfunction is, but I'm gonna tell you honestly. If you go to your nearest emergency room and tell them that you're having a breakdown, they will make sure you get the help that you need. Seriously,
How
you
do you
need
feel about the men that you're
you
advocating these women today?
you need to get a psyche valve, you punk ass nigga. I don't
Big
know why.
Shirley, answer the goddamn question.
Oh my God.
How
Listen
do
to
you
what
feel?
I'm telling. Listen, y'all see how remedial this shit is? It's remedial as hell. He already know he not gonna get a word in edgewise. Mammies, this is your son. This live stream was about you, mammies, right? The reason me and you, mammies, we don't get along is because these are the men that you're taking up for. You don't see a problem with this. You somewhere doing a live stream right now, and Bed Wenches Suck won't even come over and tell you thank you. Thank you for being ride or die. Thank you, Queen. Instead, he'd rather be up under me. You don't see a problem with this? I'm trying to figure out what is the deal. You mammies need to go ahead and divest, or at least kind of think about it. Graduate to being a fence sitter or something. The last two niggas that was up here, they couldn't follow directions. They did a whole bunch of hollering. They did a whole bunch of just nonsensical, run-on sentences, calling people girls. I got a few points to make. It's like, no, you don't. You got the wrong one. You got the wrong one. If there's any mammies in the clouds, do me a favor and add your channel link down here so I can send you your garbage back to the goddamn mammy dome. Because this is stupid. How do y'all do this? Y'all go to bed with these. Y'all give these babies. Really? Y'all, I can't. I can't.
Zookeeper DZ, I'm gonna need you to tranquilize this grape or something.
Well, it's not going to work because my stuff works on humans. He needs a animal tranquilizer, and I've never worked in a veterinarian's office. Dead ass. Nothing I have would work for him. Carmen, are you back?
Yes, I'm back. Can y'all hear me? How's my audio?
Your audio's fine. What you got, babe?
Awesome, guys. I just wanted to give a special shout out to the YouTube mammies that tell other women to divest, but then get offline and go lay up under an acre. So
You
I just
better
wanted
say
to
that
give
shit
them their
again.
flowers too on this list of mammies.
Oh
So,
yeah. That's one of the worst kind of mammies also. I agree.
it is. It is. I just don't understand how on earth all of us as black women could get along if it wasn't for these nakers that they keep taking up for. And to take up for this is embarrassing. I mean, can't follow directions worth a fuck. This is why they have you filling out their job applications, Keisha. You feel what I'm saying? This is why you have to make sure that there's gas in the car because he don't know how to pump it. He don't have the money to buy it. And you sitting up here beefing with me for that group, you ought to be ashamed of your fucking self.
DZ.
Wow.
I was just thinking, can we get the veterinarian up here to give them some tranquilizers?
Yeah, where you at, girl? That girl that was sitting up here lying and carrying on. Where the veterinarian at?
Yeah, we want her back. I miss her.
We
Well,
need
I'm so
you.
glad this is the topic. I'm so glad this is the topic today because, I mean, earlier this week I actually was tripping and I had to go into the Discord and actually talk to some of the women because it had me tripping, like wondering, because if a woman can be divested and still date a Dusty.
Oh, absolutely not. That's just some shit they made up so they could try to force their way into a movement that's not for them. That's why they made that shit up. There is the part of them trying to bulldoze the divestment movement, and they can't stand the fact that we're not having that shit. No, if you laid up with a nigga and still in Blackistan, take your ass back over there, bitch. You not divested. End of discussion. That ain't even up for debate. And that's why they don't like us.
But Aaliyah, their husbands are unicorns.
Okay,
Girl.
unicorns, hell, like DZ said, that unicorns got rabies.
Right, and
it's
they
so
trying to
weird.
ride the damn horn. They just started
Kyra,
a dick riding class. Maybe you can ride that horn, bitch, and both of y'all drop.
Kyra's their spiritual husband, because you know they don't get legally married. It's their spiritual husband.
I stand corrected. Yes, the spiritual husband and the sister wives. Yes,
That's right.
they're the husband that the spiritual husband that they share is a unicorn.
And I
Hmm.
still don't understand for the life of me why they want to be included in a movement that's about getting the fuck away from black men and Blackistan, but you're not even living by the shit that you're telling other people to do. It's dumb as
Right.
hell.
Because
Right.
they
And that's
know
the twisted thing.
black men follow divested women all around you too. They want black men's attention. DZ gets black men more black men attention than the mammies do.
Ooh.
And that's a damn shame. That's a damn shame. Well, maybe we just figured out why on earth everybody wants to be called divested when they know fucking well they're not, because they see black men follow us around every
Exactly.
goddamn place. So you gonna call? Okay, I get you. I got you, mammy.
And
We
all
just
of
had a
that.
breakthrough. The investigation unit just had a breakthrough.
Hmm.
And I'm just not understanding though, because we are so extreme and militant and radical and everything else they can think of. But at the same time, you're constantly talking about divestment. You're constantly
Hmm.
hashtagging divestment. You're constantly making references to divestment and all of that shit and talk about divestors in all your live streams. But we're so extreme, militant, and radical and all this other bullshit. But even they cannot keep us out of their mouths to save their lives.
Right. Getting out here talking about
Um,
some you ladies need to drive fast, but you're not divested. Like what?
RJ,
I think it's. Okay.
hold on a second, babe. RJD2, are you dusty?
No, I'm not Dusty. But what I want to
Oh
know
my
is
Oh
God.
my
why
God.
didn't you say anything
Mm,
about
mm,
the
mm,
23-year-old
mm,
black woman that was beat up
mm,
by the
Oh
mm,
my
53-year-old white
God.
man in a
mm,
Oh
gas
mm,
my
mm.
station
God.
just the other
Oh
day?
my
Why
Are
God.
you
didn't
Blah
you
blah
done?
say
blah.
anything about the
Wow. This
14-year-old
Are you
white
done?
motherfucker
Hispanic
is
boy who shot
trash.
Are
some
you
He's
14
aware of the
kids today?
statistics for
A
domestic
trash.
mass
violence
shooting. Why didn't
interracial
you speak about that?
intraracially?
Trash.
And the
Are
Trash.
23-year-old girl, she's
Oh my
pushing that the charges
God.
be
Oh
lifted to
my
the level of
God.
a hate crime. So why isn't any of you divestors helping Ramey McCoy get the
Sir,
charges pushed up
why
to
are
a
you
hate
using your
crime?
last few minutes
She
on
was
your plan
beaten.
to talk to
She was
us?
beat up by a 53-year-old white man who was a
you
sex
see, he think
offender.
he eat.
He
He
was a
just
In
sex
a
Right. He's
black
beating
offender.
on his
city.
chest.
This
He's
And,
having a
happened
and
in
good
you're
a
not
day.
black
doing
city.
a word about it because you
It
are a
was in a
hypocrite.
black city, which means
You
you
are a
dusted, musty
hypocrite.
motherfuckers didn't
You
protect
are
the
a
women in your
hypocrite.
community.
She was beaten up by a 53-year-old man, and you saw
Are
her.
Exactly.
you done? Have you seen?
DZ, they're not making their
Child.
case by saying that black women are getting attacked by non-black men in black cities. What that tells me is that non-black men know that black women have no fucking protection. Talk to me when black women are getting attacked in non-black cities. Fuck him. If a white man can come to Jacksonville, Florida, one of the blackest fucking cities in America, and beat the hell out of a black woman while you motherfucker look on, then that's your motherfucking problem.
I was just about to say that because you know it was some niggas standing around watching that shit and
Exactly.
didn't bust a sour grape to help her.
Can I tell y'all
Not just
something?
watching and recording.
In the surveillance video, there's a black man behind him.
Exactly.
So I don't know what this clown is talking about, but I'll do you a favor, Atypic. I'm gonna post a whole bunch of links, right, of you niggas beating up on black women. I expect you to go do something about it. Okay,
Exactly.
that's how that's gonna work.
That's
I
the reason
know
why.
you didn't ask a group of women to go beat up a white dude. Really, really, when there was a black man standing right there.
Exactly.
So fucking corny.
What
I
do they
can't with
want
this
us to
shit.
do when black men are in that? I don't live in Jacksonville. I don't live in a black city. So if white men are coming to your motherfucking city beating the fuck out of women who have not divested that are still your fucking women, why the fuck are you bringing it to me? You protect them.
I just cannot take that argument seriously at all when I see what our domestic violence rates are with the men in this community. Like, look at the intraracial intimate partner violence in this community. It's like you have no room to talk, but that's what they're gonna do. That's what they do best. Cherry pick those cases to where this white man does this over here or this white man does that over there, and they feel like this is a point. Oh, so now we have a point. Let's talk about this. And it's like, no, you just ignored the last 100 of us who asses y'all beat and skipped over that and went to this one case over here. No, let's backtrack on that and talk about what the fuck y'all been doing. And that's what they don't want to do.
His ass was somewhere eating some fucking oxtail.
Rice and peas, bumbucklot. This motherfucker, these people are clowns. They really are
Cooked with
clowns.
cooked with love by their spiritual mammies.
Y'all, these mammies, right? They stay begging these niggas to protect them. Meanwhile, the niggas is over here asking divestors to protect the entire community. You can't
Exactly.
make this shit up. I'm gonna show y'all something real quick. This is a metaphor for mammies and their goddamn dusties. Y'all got to quit begging these men because they over here begging me. Come get your dusty. You look pathetic. This is black women when it comes to black men. Let's go. That's y'all pathetic asses. I need you to come and get your dusty. I have never seen such pathetic begging in my life. And as soon as I saw that shit, I thought about y'all, mammy. You love them to pieces and they don't love you back. You driving up on lawns talking about, please, I won't do it again. I ain't going nowhere. Please. That's y'all. And here they are over here trying to crawl up my ass crack. Something got to give.
DZ, that was so cringy. That was so hard to watch her just
It was
look
very
like
hard to
that.
watch. It was hard.
Her
I was
pull-up
just waiting
game
on
is
another.
strong though.
I was just waiting on another mammy to run out the house, and then we get to
Her
fighting.
pull-up game was strong. She all on the sidewalk and shit. All she jumped her off the goddamn street on the goddamn lawn and shit. Like, I'm finna go get this nigga. The fuck? Hell nah, 8 years you wanna let it go. I've been coming down here the last 3 days.
Aaliyah, she was like, jump out your car in the middle of the street.
Her pull-up game strong as hell. She might drive her truck straight clean up through his front door. Open this motherfucker up. I'm out here.
But see, it's a wonder he didn't take her head off. You know, a regular Dusty would have took her head smooth off of that mess.
I can't.
And I'm telling you that I'm not living without you.
That bitch say she can't live without him. Okay, they can't live without him. Y'all are pathetic. Y'all don't see divested women acting like this. We might be we might be a little rough around the edges, but you ain't gonna see one of us doing no shit like that. You
And if we did, it ain't gonna be recorded. Fuck that.
You can't make this shit up.
Well, what did she do? Did she forget to give him his allowance that week? I don't understand.
Look, I don't know what.
You acting like you ain't here.
But see, mammies don't even fight for their own children that hard.
Facts. Facts. Let me look at what's going on in this chat because y'all got me bent.
DZ, they got me
Headline.
dying. They got me dying in the chat. They Mary J. Blige her ass in the chat. I was your lover and your secretary.
Y'all, are y'all
Talking
playing with
about
Keisha Cole?
talking about we embarrass the black community. Bullshit, bitch. Y'all got that on lock. Y'all need to copyright that type of begging because boy, can't nobody match it. Y'all need a goddamn trademark agreement.
That was some Key Sweat bag in there.
I
Yeah,
swear
that
to
shit was
God.
legendary though. I ain't even gonna lie, that shit was legendary. That was,
And the way she put that Jeep up on the lawn, y'all.
I can't do this
I
shit.
said she came up on the sidewalk on his ass. She ain't even parked that motherfucker on the street. I'm finna get in the line.
Like I said, I was just waiting for another mammy to come out the house so they can fight.
Damn. That nigga told her, you embarrassing me. My neighbor's gonna see this. I can't live without you. Bitches, I can't do it. Shit. Shirley
And she
Bell.
put that Jeep on hydraulics. Get
Hell no. Hell no. If he had a fucking mailbox, she'd have took that sucker out. Shit. Shirley Bell, are you dusty? Hello.
No, I'm not dusty.
Well, what's
Not at
going
all.
on, baby? Well, what you got?
I
Lay
just
it
wanted
on
to
us.
tell you. Let me tell you something.
Uh-oh.
My mom, when I was 14, she told me, "You're so smart and talented. How dare you deprive a black man of you? You're so selfish." So that was my mammy experience growing up. Yeah. So
Well,
I just
most
thought I'd
black
share
women
that
are
with you all because mammy, yeah, and you know, nothing but a black man and wait on Jesus and all that. Jesus slow.
Well,
He must be on a scooter.
Jesus ain't
Something.
even a black man. So what you
Jesus got these niggas on
You
block.
know
I'm
Jesus
telling
is
you.
black. Don't say that.
Thank you for coming up, Sherelle. I
You know
appreciate you for
Jesus.
coming up.
I love you guys. Thanks. Bye.
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 Niecy, Nick, you're on. I believe I've seen you up here before. Are you dusty or no?
Oh, no. Never
Okay.
that.
Make sure your
Good evening,
camera's not
everybody.
on. Put your avatar up instead of just make sure you're not being seen. There you go.
Sorry about that. I thought it was off when I clicked into the studio.
Okay,
So,
no
DZ, I
problem.
just wanted to thank you for this educational documentary of the various mammies that we will find in our Blackistani habitat.
Listen, I'm sure there's more types of mammies, but that is the majority of what you're gonna see when it comes to them. And it's somebody asked, I think it was Carmen, was saying, can we do a show on how to identify a mammy? Usually, if you rusty at it, if she's black, 9 times out of 10, she's indeed a mammy. Because I'm sorry, but the most of us are mammies in some way, shape, or form. It just is what it is. Anytime, all it takes is some national catastrophe or see a videotape of a police officer and a black male encounter, stuff like that. And anybody that was claiming that they weren't a mammy before, they immediately put that scarf on and get to putting that fist in the air, and here we fucking go. So it just
if
is
they
what it
have
is.
a black son, they usually a man.
Mm-hmm. That's a
If
fact.
they're in a majority black city, they most likely are a mammy.
Yes.
I got plenty of them in my family.
Let me share my screen again. You and y'all sons. The fuck? So y'all, let me make sure I got the right thing queued up. Mammies, it doesn't matter what type of education that they actually have. They end up sounding like the run-of-the-mill mammy. This mammy that I think I queued up is a fucking doctor, right? And she reduced herself to mammydom in 3 seconds once she heard something went on with her son. Again, this is Georgia. Y'all, mammies are dangerous. They expect for the entire room, the entire building, to make sure that their son is safe, even if he has a gun. Okay, let's go.
I help people every day. This is not my kid. I help families, church, I help everybody. So when it came to my own, I knew to call to make sure inpatient treatment was available.
A career built on helping others meant that Maya Speller was always ready to help her own son as he battled mental health issues through the years. But now she is.
How many times have we heard that? Y'all know good and well the Black community does not like when they grant white men the same goddamn courtesy of mental health. Okay. Every time you turn around, they having whole live streams about, oh, here we go with the mental health thing. As soon as your son get to shooting at folks, here y'all go with the same shit. How is that any better? But anyway, since we comparing black to white and all that shit there, let's keep going because it gets real bad.
She's watching her worst nightmare come to life. Her son's name, Nigel Collins, 22 years of age, shot and killed by Atlanta police inside Fogo de Chao restaurant in Buckhead off of Piedmont Road. Officers say before the shooting, he shot a security guard who tackled him. Collins' family.
Did y'all hear that? This boy done put a hot one in a security guard, and she's sitting up here on this TV pretending as if he was just an innocent bystander, an innocent patron. Y'all, that's not a poor neighborhood that this happened in. This is in the so-called rich area of Atlanta, right? You can't go anywhere because the mammy's gonna make sure that nobody can approach these people and say, hey, what the fuck you doing here? What's going on? It gets worse.
His family says he was suffering a mental health crisis, and they had just called 911 a few hours earlier trying to get him some help. And as Don White reports, they feel his life could have been spared if that help.
I need the EMS to come and get him. I don't need police. And I want to make sure if they do come, that they're trained. I'm a doctor. My son is inside. He is in a manic phase. He doesn't have any weapons. He's not a threat, but he is hallucinating.
She just lied. He shot a security guard. How the fuck is he unarmed? Y'all, get away.
Maya Speller told us this afternoon she made that 911 call from her son, Nigel Collins' Midtown apartment around 5 yesterday evening. She says the 22-year-old was diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and she was calling 911 to have EMTs take him to a facility.
The pain that I feel is a pain that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. And I don't even have no enemies, but I would wish it on them. It's a pain that I can't even explain.
But she says help didn't arrive for about 3 hours, and by then her son had already gone to Fogo de Chao, where he ended up dying.
He had a good heart. He had good friends. He gave his shirt off his back. He didn't deserve it.
A worker in the restaurant called 911 saying Collins had a gun and was acting erratically, making people nervous.
He pushed the bartender out of the way, and like I said, he's got a gun on his belt.
But did he point the gun at you? That's what I'm saying. Did he threaten you with the gun?
He did not point the gun, but he's yelling at everybody.
Atlanta police say when they responded, they found Nigel Collins in the bar, but he resisted. An officer tried to tase him, but it didn't work. Then police say Collins pulled out a gun and started firing it inside the restaurant. A restaurant security guard was shot, and officers fired back at Collins, killing him. It's unclear if police realized Collins was suffering a mental health crisis and made the connection to the 911 call his family had made hours earlier in Midtown.
We took the family's concerns directly to Atlanta police. They would not comment because of the ongoing investigation into what happened, but they shared APD's policy outlining how to deal with people having a mental health crisis, including in part approaching the victim in a calm manner, contacting a mental health center if the victim is agitated, and treating adults as adults, not children. Here's law enforcement.
So I guess if y'all eating at a restaurant and one of these mammy's sons come in and he's agitated and he has a weapon and he's shooting at every goddamn thing moving, you are supposed to make sure he is okay. You need to assess him, make sure that he's not a mental health patient. By the way, they keep leaning on this bipolar disorder nonsense. There's a lot of people that are bipolar that don't go in restaurants shooting at people. They always want more consideration than Gen Pop, and the shit is corny as hell. She set up that no, Fogo, it's not cheap up in there. You're absolutely right. It makes no damn sense. Now, when she called and said he was unarmed, somebody need to front her about that. because there's somebody that just went to work, the security guard didn't think nothing of it, but your son came in there agitated. Y'all would think the way she was dropping those tears that boy didn't do anything to anybody. This is why people get desensitized to when you start talking this shit. She didn't once mention the fact that she expressed condolences to the security guard that got shot. It's always all about their sons, always about the black men in their family. She said he will give you the shirt off his back. Well, we have no proof of that, but we do have the proof that he will share his bullets with you. At least one time. He gonna make sure you get one of those.
DZ, I just say that Atlanta is the New York City of the South.
It is. I think Memphis is the New York City of the South, to be honest with you. Memphis.
What about Florida?
Yeah, all of the above. They're all accurate. But I
Let's
mean,
not forget about New Orleans.
oh yeah. Oh
Anywhere
yeah.
they go, it's like that. Anywhere they go. And then when people start profiling them, they want to holler racism. Y'all, that restaurant is not a cheap restaurant. You're going to spend a little pretty penny in that bitch. If you in there on your date and shit, and this little black dude come in shooting, I guess you're supposed to get up from your plate and check on him. Sir, are you having a mental health crisis? They embarrassing people that actually have bipolar disorder, because everybody that has bipolar ain't violent. So reconcile that piece, please.
I mean, it's something about his mom's emotion that just did not ring true to me. I was not touched. I saw no tears for real. Her makeup wasn't even ruined.
Right.
I mean, it looked like bad acting to me. I'm sorry, but it's like, I didn't see you got all this makeup on, and I know how real tears look when you've been crying and you got on all this makeup, and I just didn't. I didn't get that from her. It's like you're putting on a show because you're expected to be the grieving mother. And it's like, it's not working. I didn't see any real tears, but that was just me. So
did she say she was a doctor?
Yes. So it just goes to show that it doesn't matter the education. A mammy is a damn mammy, whether she got a GED or a PhD. Mammies are dangerous as hell.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? She knows what type of son she has. She's fully aware of it, but they always paint a picture that there's some sort of misunderstood group, nonviolent group of people. Shout out to Tina Knowles with her witch face ass. All right. They always do this shit. I think she needs to tell the people that were shot at that he didn't know that she apologized for him. You said give the shirt off his back. Apologize to the people that ended up in firearm danger because your son was having a bad day. Really?
You ain't even have to say that about Tina like that.
Not only that, since she kept sliding her son's money, she needs to slide that money to the security guard that was shot and to the other patrons of that restaurant, because I know that had to be scary.
Hell yeah.
We know where that Fogo de Chao is. That is a nice area of Atlanta. Fogo de Chao is not cheap. Could you imagine making an effort to go there and having this cicada bullshit pop off?
Anywhere you go where there's black folks like that, I don't give a fuck how much you spend. It's gonna be, you stand a chance of it being some bullshit.
Yo, Spike T, are you dusty?
You know what? I hear you all talking about.
Oh my God.
All of these different communities.
Oh my God.
But what have the divestment community done? You cast so much judgment, but what has the divestment community did?
Well, bitch, I treat people like you on a daily fucking basis.
How do we know? We don't even see your face.
When you come in burning, itching, and scratching with lesions and every damn thing else, I treat motherfuckers like you. Understand that. That's what the fuck
what
I
have
do.
You did? You can cast so much judgment, but what
I
have any
treat
of you did?
motherfuckers like you.
We don't
I
even
just
know
told
you.
you what the
You're
fuck
hiding
I
behind
do.
an avatar.
I'm not hiding behind shit. You tell me you're in the ATL.
You're hiding behind an
all
avatar.
day, every day.
What have you
I go to work
did?
every day.
What have
I'm
you
always in the streets.
Are you ladies clean? Because this motherfucker just
oxtail eat motherfuckers coming from. You don't understand.
Ladies, that was just an example of the hominid Blackkevius malus. Now, some scientists believe that Blackkevius malus, Black Kingston malus, and Black Tunde malus are different species. But we over here in divestment believe that they're all the same species. So Blackkevius malus.
And they all
Yeah.
feel the same.
I
too.
kind of need you to just go on mute.
He said, wait, y'all. He said, what are you divestors doing for the community? Let me answer
We
that.
left the fucking community. That's why
Listen,
we're divested. What the
we ain't doing shit for the
Kyra
community.
gave us the kingdom, phylum, class, family, order, genus, and species.
She gave us the etymology of these niggas.
But you know what, DZ, you are doing something for the Black community. You're trying to get more Black women to leave it.
That's true.
Exactly.
You know what gets me? When folks get up on this panel and ask a question and then just keep talking. Nigga, slow down, put your chicken down, put your Hennessy down, take a breath, and then somebody might answer you. You know, move your laptop out the way, close it out, because we already looking to, you looking if you see you got a little bit of warrants going on. I know that's what your Google search about if the police looking for you. But take a breath, and then maybe somebody might answer your stupid ass. The answer is we not doing nothing for the community. I don't know why people ask us that. I'm not doing shit for the community. I'm doing stuff for myself. I'm chilling with the hubbo. I'm doing, whatever, but I'm not building anything in the community. You didn't build anything, fuck boy. So what you asking me for?
But didn't we tell them that divested women have left the community? So why would they come back and ask, what are y'all doing for the community? Like, it doesn't make sense.
It's deflection, y'all. That's all it is. It's deflection. Yeah, don't talk about no crime. Don't talk about the crime that's going on. What you doing for the community? I'm not doing shit. Do I look like a mammy bastard? I'm not doing anything for the community.
Not a motherfucking thing.
All we're doing is shining the light for other Black women to walk through the tunnel onto divestment. That's all we're doing. So the community, by definition, involves males, and we don't care about them. We're only shining the light for Black women who are willing to walk through.
Yep, that's it. That's all. And if they don't walk through, that's going to be on them. I don't have to live that life. Somebody got some feedback. Thank you. Yeah, but I'm not Barber the Builder. I'm not activist mammy. I don't care. Do y'all not understand? I don't care about the Black community. I care about Black women leaving the community.
I mean, is it me, or does it seem like they're more pissed off about us talking about the different types of mammies than when we're actually talking about them? They seem extra fired up tonight. And it's like, we weren't even talking about y'all for once. We were talking about the mammies. But it seems like they have taken that fucking personally.
Yeah.
Because they know who financially support them, who takes care of them. If you wake these mammies up, who the fuck gonna cover these motherfuckers?
I don't know, y'all. This shit is bloody hilarious to me. And do y'all know this motherfucker still sitting in my back?
See, why he want to sniff your drawers? Like, it's somewhere it's a mammy live saying breathe life into a motherfucking ape. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't know what to call him because everything is I can't use the words I want to use. But somewhere there's a mammy live and he's in your back check.
Look, if I find, let me open up another tab so I can find him somewhere to go. Y'all, come get your come to this live, mammies. I'm busy trying to monitor my chat in this back room. Come and drop your link so Spike T and the other dude, Black is Dope, and all these motherfuckers can come over there. And when he get there, breathe some life into him with your raggedy ass. Hurry up, too. Hurry up. I can't. Thanks, Kyra, for putting that up. The link is in the chat. Thank you for putting the link in the chat also, Kyra.
I mean, they all came. Damn, I guess they put the word out.
They've been on DV head tonight.
This become smoke night because they just come and they angry. Are y'all hearing the anger in their voices?
Yeah, they are angry. They've been on DV head all motherfucking night.
Are extra pissed off, and we were talking about mammies. We weren't.
I can't. Welcome to the panel, Capricorn Countess. I don't know where you been. You been on and off or whatever. What you got? and she is on mute. What's up, girl?
Oh, okay. I thought, okay, I thought it was one of them in my phone again. Okay, so dang it, I forgot what I was about to say.
Lord have mercy.
Just come
It's
back
one of
to me.
those days and Taco Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. I'm sitting here thinking about the goddamn tacos. Spike T, listen, I'm a wrap this up, but here's the deal, Spike T. Don't ever come back. You know,
Mhm.
you don't know how to talk to people. And I expect that because you are what you are. You know, when people expect dogs to meow, it doesn't make any sense. So why anybody would expect y'all to have a civil conversation about anything, I don't know. And here's the thing, I don't care what you have to say. Anything you say here is going to be rebutted simply because you're a black man and ain't nobody fucking with y'all. Point blank the
Thank
fuck
you.
period. Nobody cares what you think. Nobody cares what you desire. I don't care about you bringing up mass shooters. I don't care about you bringing up all this extra shit. What you gonna bring up when you're here is tell black women how to get the fuck away from black men. That's all I'm concerned with. Now
Did they
pull
really
up
try
on
to
that.
pull the? They tried to pull the mass shooter. Didn't they just have a mass shooter in downtown Sacramento not too long ago?
Child.
Killed 12 people, injured 6,
And
or
these
some shit
niggas
like
have a
that.
mass shooting in every urban city in America every
Thank
damn
you.
weekend.
Daily.
Thank you. Thank
Daily.
But
you.
they want to try and scare you out of.
Oh,
Child.
speaking of mass shootings, that black men commit. Remember, ladies, this is Memorial Day weekend. Please be safe and stay away from black males.
Or you can go to the
Yep.
store, get your own baked beans, learn how to grill. YouTube and TikTok teach you how to do every damn thing else. I'm pretty sure you can know how to damn grill off of TikTok and YouTube, okay?
Hold on
Stay
a
away
second.
from them motherfuckers.
Let me show y'all one more thing because listen, my tacos ain't done yet. I still, hear him down there moving stuff. So let me show y'all something else while I got you here. Okay. This is why motherfuckers stop you when you're in their neighborhoods. They're not being racist. They're wanting to know why the fuck are you there? Right? Let's go.
A thief crouches down to hide, waiting to strike, patiently watching a homeowner go in and out of his house in a cul-de-sac in Burien. It's 9 a.m. on a Friday morning, and he's about to...
Do y'all remember that guy, that sergeant, that white guy that lost his pension and all that shit and got arrested for asking that black dude why the fuck he was in the
Yes, I
neighborhood?
thought about him today, DC. Where is he?
He lost pretty much his status in the military. He lost everything trying to protect his neighborhood. Okay.
Right.
That was
Now,
so unfair. I hated that.
it was very unfair, but check this out. Since you can't do that anymore, this motherfucker is crouching down and can't nobody say nothing to him, because they'll be the one in trouble. But watch what this motherfucker do. And when y'all going in and out of y'all houses, lock your door. I don't care if you're only going to be gone for a couple of seconds. Somebody got some background noise. Put yourself on mute real quick. Excuse me.
Out to seriously ruin Scott Badgley's day.
Just infuriating because he was 15, 20 feet away from me the entire time and didn't even see it.
When Scott goes inside to get his stuff to leave, this creep wanders around the front of his home.
Since I had just walked in, him walking up, it was the same sensor going off saying, someone's in your driveway.
The crook could care less about the surveillance cameras. He climbs into the SUV where Scott had just tossed his wallet in the center console.
My driver's license in there, my VA card's in there, my insurance card's in there, my Costco card's in there, all my credit cards are in there, my business account cards are in there.
Plus his cash and credit cards, all gone in 40 seconds. As the suspect takes off running with Scott's wallet and jumps into this white 1995 Honda. It had been stolen 3.5 hours earlier in West Seattle. A second suspect caught on camera at a local casino using one of Scott's stolen cards. Now Burien police are trying to identify both of them.
I would classify this as a crime of opportunity.
So keep your head on a swivel. Predators like this are always looking for new...
This is your sons. By the way, y'all, if y'all see anybody just lingering in your community, go ahead and call the cops. It doesn't have to be the emergency number, but they need to come and check that shit out. The social security card is gone. His other important paperwork is gone. Debit card is gone. His business paperwork is gone. All that stuff takes a while to replace, but you could simply lock your door and call the cops when they out there doing this shit. He shouldn't have been in that neighborhood. He was the only one walking around aimlessly. When they do that, they usually scoping out the damn place. So if you going inside to pay for your gas or running back inside because you forgot your drink in the house or whatever, just hit the button and lock your door because you don't know who's out there. It's a whole camera system out there, but he didn't see this animal crouched down in the front. They are entitled. Okay, the man was trying to get ready to go to work. How many people just try to get ready to go to work every single day and they not looking around them or whatever? You shouldn't have to. But Dusties, they make it to where you have to always, like this news reporter said, keep your head on the swivel. This is some bullshit, y'all. And by the way, neither one of those suspects have been caught yet. And I got motherfucking Dusties coming up here hooping and hollering, talking about what about that and what about this and what about that white boy and what about this? I don't care. I thought I told y'all that shit when I went over the shooter last go round. I'm not the one. I'm not the one. Pick someone else. Someone that's still fucking around with you Dusties. I'm telling you, there's a lot of them out here and they're probably pissed the fuck off that y'all not giving them no attention. Give these hoes some attention. God damn. They love you. I don't. I love to see you get caught up. All right. Let me see what's going on back here. Genesis, are you Dusty?
Subscribe to Cynthia G.
Oh my
Lord,
God.
here we go. Oh my God. Daisy, you hit some nerves tonight.
I guess we all did.
Oh, he is giving me a stomach ache, whoever the hell he is. Genesis. Yeah, that's an interesting name. It's supposed to mean the beginning. I find that very interesting that you guys were the first men on the planet, right? And now you the most awful men on the planet. What a way to finish up. Stupid shit.
Daisy, when you get through eating your tacos, get you a BC powder.
Okay.
Because I need one. I know you need one.
Oh, girl, that's how we get rid of headaches in the South. It's like, oh my God,
Right.
really? Not dust again.
They're
All
always
right.
coming with a not wanted.
No, I
It's
need
just
some with tea
natural.
hormones so it can knock me out.
Yeah. But that's it, y'all. Know a mammy when you see one. Oh Lord. Let's see what's going on. I don't know who you are. Cut your camera off. Kate, are you Dusty?
Subscribe.
See
Y'all,
what
I'm getting the
Came
fuck
back
up.
again?
Oh my God.
How many accounts does he have?
I don't know, but I'm sure he don't have more than one bank account or EBT account where they broke dusty, funky fucking asses. Fuck out of here. Thank y'all for coming out. I'm going to my Discord.
Good night, ladies.
All right.
Good
See
night.
y'all in Discord.
Bye.
Thank you.